Alright, guys, here we are. Let's take another look at this one. I was able to get it on the last guide, so maybe worth checking out if you'd like. Typically what I'll do is play pretty close to the max adjustment, which is going to be, for me, maybe just a shade more than 5 rings here. And we'll just use some counter to counter that wind and try to keep it aligned. Biggest thing that you'll try to do is try to limit the amount of topspin you use. That way it doesn't end up rolling through. So I did get the checkup bounce there. There's a possibility that it's going to slide along the ground. If that would have been that same shot and it slid along the ground, it almost would have went to the top there and maybe even, been 4 or 5 yards from the edge. So if I try to increase the topspin more than that, it might go into the rough. So it's much better to be safe than sorry, and just kind of account for both, because you never know the way that that third bounce is going to take. Is it going to be a scoot along the ground, or is it going to kind of check up? So in my situation, it checked up. So you'll see that my drive is just a little bit shorter than it would have been, probably about 5 to 7 yards shorter than the typical rollout. Let's see what my opponent gets here. So it looks like same thing there. That's the checkup bounce. So it's going to keep it well far away from the edge. And will just be a little bit longer for a second shot in these situations. So one of the things that you'll want to always do is figure out how far am I from the hole. So I'm almost setting up right at +0. Keep in mind, B52 to Grizzly is a different, my other guide was with a Grizzly. A 0, or 1 yard from 0 with the B52 is a little bit shorter than it would be with because this club has more range. So since it has more range, I am longer than I would be, this would almost be max club for the other one. So in this situation, I went maybe 8.1 rings here. Just a little bit more than 1-to-1. And sure enough, I was able to get it. So right at 8.1, it was almost 0.9 per ring there. And I was able to get the hole out. So, those are the things that you'll want to be factoring in, is how far are you from the hole? How many rings are you going to have to go? And from time to time, from each attempt, you'll need to make just slight modifications, because your drives are never going to end up in the exact same spot. So you won't want to, especially on dog legs like this, you don't want to just use a fixed number. Say, oh, my drive was this far, so I'm going to play that. It's much better to play the line than it is to play your drive distance, because you never know. Like, am I a little bit more to the left in the fairway? Am I a little bit more to the right? Especially on dog legs, it's going to put you closer or farther from the hole. So it's much better to use the line and make adjustments from the line so you can tell if your depth is closer or farther. So keep all that in mind. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on the next one.